Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all present here. Hope you all are doing great and staying safe. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Preeti, and I am a consultant at Septis. I will be coordinating this webinar for you today. So, for today, in this live webinar, we will discuss the power of two and how effectively you can manage your files or documents in external storage rather than in Salesforce. Now, what is this power of two? I would call this is a 360-degree of file management. Curious? I'm sure you are. Our goal is to make sure you understand how you can get rid of your file management problem with Salesforce after this webinar. To discuss this and share with you more insights, let me invite my fellow colleagues, Roy, our senior product consultant.
Hi, Preeti. Hello, everyone. Roy this side. So I work as a senior consultant for the product here, and I look forward that you will be taking some valuable inputs on document and file management from this webinar. Yeah, over to you, Preeti.
Thank you so much, Roy, for the quick introduction. Joining us in this webinar to share his insights is our product expert, Priya. Hi, Priya. Welcome to the webinar.
Hi Preeti. Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Priyadarshi. I am the product consultant for XfilesPro. I will walk you through the file management solution in detail and I will make sure that you will have a lot of insights in how you can manage your Salesforce files at the end of the session. Over to you Preeti.
Thank you, Priya. I'm really excited now. I'm sure that you all are. I really can't wait to get started. But even before that, if you have any questions during the presentation, please do not forget to type them into the Q&A box. I will bring them up during the presentation and we will also have the time dedicated to answer your questions at the end. Let's now begin with the learning objectives. Automation in Salesforce, file and document being the first learning objective, we will share insights of how you can manage your entire file journey in Salesforce automatically. We will also focus on how the application helps you move your files from Salesforce to external storage and manage them without losing the user experience since they can be viewed in Salesforce. We have our objective, which is namely what's new in X-Files Pro, which explains you all about it. And we will look into it in the future slides. Moving on, we have the objective named document generation. Believe me, this is one of the biggest challenges Salesforce users face. So, here we will look at how you can generate template based documents that not only increase your team's productivity but also saves you a lot of time and resources by eliminating any manual intervention. I would say, last but not the least, we have document generation with automatic external storage. Now, if you remember, I was speaking about the power of two. This is the power of two. How? How the generated documents will be automatically moved to your preferred external storage and how this will help you collaborate and reduce your Salesforce file storage costs. With this, I would like to welcome Priya to share a bit more insights to give you a deeper understanding about it.
Thank you Preeti. Thanks a lot again. Without taking much time, let's dive right into the webinar. So here I'll explain about the file management automation in Salesforce. What is required for you to automate your complete file management in Salesforce? One you need is file management and the other one is document generation. This is what we are calling it as power of two. Now we'll discuss how you can manage your files in Salesforce using our XFiles Pro application. We will look into document generation later, but for now, let's completely focus on the XFiles Pro, which is a comprehensive file management solution. Here we go. Let's look at the capabilities and functionality of XFiles Pro. Let me put the business case straight away. Suppose you have existing files in Salesforce and you want to move those files from Salesforce to your external storage. That's possible. Yes, that's possible with the help of our export utility tool. You can upload TV millions of files in just a few days. This will save huge time and effort in migrating these files, and this could be possible and this could be achieved with the help of our auto file export functionality. One more, suppose once you move the files to the external storage, this will help your internal and external team to collaborate. So your entire team can collaborate on the file and work together. Not only Salesforce users, but the non-Salesforce user as well who don't have the access to Salesforce. This is one of the key selling point when it comes to template creation, because most of the client need, whenever you create a record, you want the subfolders need to be created automatically. That can be easily achieved through our template folder creation in feature. And the best thing is you can preview the file within Salesforce. Your end user don't have to go out of Salesforce at any point of time. The best thing about Xfiles Pro, it supports both standard and community users, and it's compatible with all Salesforce application like Salesforce Cloud, third-party app exchange app, custom apps built on force.com. You might call this as a complete automation of Salesforce file, right? Isn't it? Not just the automation. Xfiles Pro supports multiple cloud as well as on-premise storage. Xfiles Pro supports Google Drive, OneDrive, SharePoint, and AWS S3. Any cloud, bring it on. We are there to help you out. Now, this is the most awaiting slide when it comes to the new feature. So what's new in with say Xfiles Pro? Let us dive in. The two new features that we have added recently with our latest version. The first one would be tagging for SharePoint, and the second one, file syncing in Google Drive. Let me explain you in detail. Tagging for SharePoint. With this added feature, you can take any metadata which reflects in your SharePoint column. It's one of the most wanted feature from all our Salesforce user who want to take the respective files to run the reports and to know what's inside without opening it. We'll show this in live product demo and discuss this in more detail. The second next feature is file syncing in Google Drive. With this help of this feature, you can map your existing files in Google Drive or in your local storage with the Salesforce record and preview the same in Salesforce. You don't have to worry about your files lying or residing in Google Drive and how you can link it to your Salesforce. With this tool, we make it very simple. Trust me, it is very simple to use. Let me give you an insight of XFiles Pro in terms of numbers. It is the number one file management solution available in the App Exchange. XFiles Pro has 400 plus customers worldwide, including Fortune 500 companies and market leaders from various industries and various verticals. With 60 plus reviews, and not to be surprised, all are 5-star rated reviews. And it is one of the most oldest and greatest with 8 years of in app exchange. Hope you made your mind to explore Xfiles Pro. Am I right? Hold on. Xfiles Pro is bringing the power of two. As I mentioned already, it's bringing the power of two. The 360-degree way of file management and the complete file automation in Salesforce. To talk more on this, I'll invite Roy on the stage.
Hey Priya, thanks, and thank you everyone again for joining us. And Priya, thank you for all the insightful details about the new features and what XfilesPro does as a solution on your file management. So I believe these are some inputs and key takeaways for our joinees on the webinar today. And we wanted to surprise you with our new solution, that is DocuPrime. It's again an Apexing solution that we have brought about, and it can fantastically help you to reduce your manual work. It can help you eradicate your manual errors or the human errors that you say while creating multiple document templates like codes, contracts, and for HR means like offer letters. So all these things can be done with DocuPrime. So it's a 360-degree native document generation application which is built on top of Salesforce. So this is our latest offering and which will help many of our customers face means eradicate the challenge they have with their document generation along with file movement. So coming to the next gen capabilities that DocuPrime brings about. So it's uh, apart from the document generation that we speak, so where you populate the record fields on a pre-decided template which you have created for your business. So it also helps you to give multiple versions and manage multiple templates for the same object. You can control which users has access to which template, which businesses or group of users have access. So these are the certain things that you can actually manage or control. And in terms of document preview, of course, this document attaches to your Salesforce and you can view them. But when you say document preview, we actually have created a rendering tool for the admin. So what happens is whenever you create a document, you then and there do not get a live view of what you are creating. So we, for the admin, got a panel where they the document they are working on so that they can manage the page design real easily and they can understand whether it's taking the data correctly. So we have a live feed for the testing before admin publishes the document for the end users. And coming to the concerns of document automation. So there are multiple automation that is involved in a generated document. Like sometimes you want to automate the document generation maybe on a click, sometimes on certain triggers, like if the lead status changes to this, then create this document and auto email to the end user. So certain things automation based on a field or any trigger can be automated through DocuPrime. And again, it combines the power of two with XfilesPro. DocuPrime as a solution is also supported through workflows and lightning flows. And coming to the most necessary feature that people talk about, so whenever they use a document, right? So they want like a contract, they want the e-signature module. So we have also introduced e-signature with DocuPrime, where you can directly send a document for signature to your customers or users who are sitting outside your Salesforce ecosystem, and you will get you are ready to get the payment directly. So these are some of the capabilities that DocuPrime boasts about, and we give you this 360-degree offering from DocuPrime. So coming to the thing that it's a one-stop solution for all your business document needs. Yeah, so DocuPrime as a file generation solution is used across business functions of an enterprise. So when we talk about business function, we have this used by some of our customers who are managing their sales vertical, their HR or finance, and even vendor or suppliers. And some of the popular templates that we have seen is like NDA, contract, quote, payment receive, invoice, or something really easy to be generated on a fly. So that is how DocuPrime is helping the businesses in a fantastic way, reducing their errors and giving a great ROI in terms of means I would say time savings and also a easier process. So now I would like to tell you how and why we are saying the power of two. So like I understand some of our customers, existing customers, are already joined this webinar who are already XfilesPro user. So how this solution will help them in creating generated documents. So when you talk about DocuPrime, so DocuPrime is the file generated document or the document generated application which generates document in PDF format, in Excel format, in PPT or Word built on top of Salesforce. And with the power of XfilesPro, since the Salesforce file storage cost is quite huge compared to external solution like SharePoint, Google Drive, S3 or OneDrive, we can automate the entire file lifecycle and push it to an external storage which you desire. And all this will happen in the Blink, which of course I will take you through in a quick demo of the solution, and it will, in a smooth way, help you in transitioning your company in the next phase. So the next is I will take you through a quick demo of the solution, and post that we'll discuss on any questions that you have. So I'll be sharing my Salesforce screen for that. So here you see we have already installed DocuPrime, and these are some of the templates that are existent in my current structure. So we can create any new document template here. Just it's pretty real easy for the admin. They can give the template name, they can give the department, allow send as an attachment, allow it as a PDF, which are the objects they want to select, and the next once they save it, they get a structure like this. The thing is, you see we have a toggle button here. If we toggle it, you can see you get sections, so you can add any sections just like this. Mention the section name, whether it's a body or a header or a footer that you want to be repeated, whether it's a page break, any custom content, related records, and even a blank page. And you can also mention the sequence. You can design it as per your understanding, and also insert links, images to this. So for this demo, I have already created such. I have created a section where I have colored it, and I have also created the document here. And you can of course get it bold, italics. You use the sizes, change the sizes, and also use the font style. The difference is here we need to pass the parameters. So when I say we need to pass the parameters, so against name, we use the third brackets here to create the fields. So once we have the third bracket like name, address, and phone, these are the fields that are taken from Salesforce. So if I scroll below, you see the name is the field. It's the field type we can select, and we can associate it with one of the object fields. So once done, you are ready to go. And I also mentioned we have a live view option for our users. It's the admin. So when I say that when I am creating this document without publishing it, the admin can also preview the document using any of records. So I selected the national school as a record here, and this document was generated along with this image. So this is the record where you created. So let us go and generate a document. So here you see we are in this record account national, and suppose I am an end user, I want to generate a document. Okay. The first thing is this generate document button. So if you have the access to it, if you click on it, it will ask you to select the template that you want to use. Now for this user, only one template is available among all the other templates that are there. So that's why if they click on it and click next, it will generate the document and attach it to the Salesforce default Notion attachment, which is like you would say a regular feature. So this is what DocuPrime does. And on the next thing, I will show you how it connects to our XfilesPro. So for that, I'll be using a different template. So if I go here, you see, I talked about the document designing in Salesforce in using DocuPrime. Now you would be saying, I have a very quality document which is designed by my marketing team using Photoshop, and it's very rich, a feature rich. Maybe something you are speaking which looks like this. You have all those details, different color, transparency maintained, a logo which and the font may not be supported by Salesforce, but we have an answer for all this option. So we here we introduce our import feature. So only thing that you need to do is you need to pass the parameters here, and once this is done, the only thing you need to do is you need to use the upload template option. So here, if you upload the document just like this and just pass on the parameters here, and you are ready to go again. So here I'll be using another admin's view how it works. This is a record level, and if I preview, it will pull all the query that is using in this template. And if I render for the admin, it will again render it here. Okay, just like this. Isn't it beautiful? So as for the next steps, what I will do is I will also show you one option where we are not creating the document for a single record, but we have the option to create it for multiple records. So basically in this list view column, you get to select all the records where you want to create a mass document generation. So once those are selected by this checkbox, and if you click on the generate document, the same thing that appears here would be your thus selecting the template. So once the template is selected, all you need to go is the record. So if I click here and I click on next, it will generate the document for all the records that are associated. So let me go to the opportunity now and let me see how it happened. Now here, if we go, we don't see any files and notes and attachment. So now we are speaking about the power of two. So here, DocuPrime generates the document and it automatically pushes the document in my external storage that is through XfilesPro, and it's again over to my SharePoint. So this is the XfilesPro component where it shows the files which are pushed to SharePoint, and I can also go to SharePoint and see these files. So these files are actually not residing in Salesforce, not consuming your Salesforce file storage, but giving you much more facility. You can actually collaborate on the files directly and also go to SharePoint and use all the features of SharePoint, right? Isn't it wonderful? So this is how we are using our solution with DocuPrime along with X5 Pro, and our customers will get this advantage, which we say again, the power of document and file management through X-Files Pro and DocuPrime. And another thing I would also like to mention, so we mentioned that one of the new feature where we can actually tag metadata just like this against the document, and this metadata also pushes to SharePoint, like Priya mentioned during his demo. So if we are here, you can see the metadata also comes back in your SharePoint, which you can do or use for your reporting, or even without under opening the document, you can understand what's in the document, whether it's a code, whether it's a ticket, whether it's a passport, like that. Because multiple times people send document with a name which doesn't actually make sense until and unless you open the document, right? So with this, I would say uh, you like the demonstration of the products, and I'm sure with in this short time I was able to give you some insights about how the applications work, and for more details we can connect one-on-one and discuss as per your use case and take it to the next level. So we'll be moving to our next thing on presentation on the webinar, which we say the Q&A for our customers. Yeah.
Thank you, Roy. It's really an amazing experience to know about the points you have made. Now, we all know what exactly is the power of two, how you can manage your file automation from generation to managing in external storage, which is nothing but the 360-degree file management. That's really fantastic, I would say. Moving on to the next part, as Roy already mentioned, we already have a lot of questions posted here, and let us take a few of them to answer in the limited time we have. So we have a question from Angie Roberts. Can a single template pull data from multiple objects?
Yeah, and of course, yes, because the I believe I showed you a template which was a bit designed like a PPT that was using two different objects, one being opportunity, the other being product, which was basically on the third page. So yes, it supports multiple objects for the document generation. Thanks, Andy, for asking this question.
We have Salvador asking the question, can you show e-signature?
E-signature, Salvador, we can of course show. It will take some time, so maybe we can connect over a meeting, maybe tomorrow or day after, and we can show you. All right.
All right. We have another question from Ravi. Is document generation using any third party service like FormStack, or is everything native?
So we have two options here. So if you see the first one that I showed you is the web template. It is totally native. It's not using any third party for the generation. For the import, we are using actually certain API calls to render the JSON to create the document. So in that case, we are using certain third party. So there are two ways of document generation. For one, it's entirely native. For the other one, yeah, we are using a third party.
We have a follow up question from Ravi. Does eSign need any third party service like DocuSign?
Yes, so we can integrate with any of the popular e-signature companies. So with that, we need to integrate and do it. So we have
And
already tested this with DocuSign, and some of the other popular like JohoSign is already integrated for this purpose.
also the third party costs is the same question
Uh,
from Ravi.
Okay, so we have two options here because the third party, in case of your e-sign, they charge on a basis how many e-signs you do. So we have kept it open. The customer can go for it, or we can also do something for the user from our side. So both the options are open for the customers.
All right. We have the last question. Now, maybe we can take the rest of the questions but because there are so many questions pouring in. So we have one more question with from Ravi. SharePoint integration. Does it use Graph API or CSOM? CSOM.
It uses Graph API
All right.
for the
So
connection.
we have answered some questions for now. We still have many questions, as I mentioned, that's pouring in from other attendees. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer all the questions at this time due to the time constraints, but we will certainly respond via email. However, I also request the attendees to email us at sales@xfilespro.com, and our team will be happy to connect with you to answer your questions in detail while giving you the option to choose to demo with us to better understand and help you with your specific use case. You can quickly note down the email address and we will be happy to connect. Well, with that, I would like to say we come to the end of our session. This was really great. I hope we were able to add some value through and you have something to take home. Thank you all. I really appreciate your time and for you being here. Thanks again for joining us today, and we shall see you next time for another session. Bye bye. Have a lovely day, guys.
Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.